On September the 25th, 2016, Rory McIlroy did this.
And this time, the third time's a charm, and Rory McIlroy wins the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup.
That putt made Rory $10 million. You see, Rory McIlroy makes a lot of money. This graph shows the annual prize money that Rory has won each year since 2010. That putt I just showed you is from this year. It barely cracks his top 5. The man wins big money, and as a result, he has turned into one of the most prominent businessmen of our time. I'm Jordan, the founder of The Long Play, and I'm on a mission to bring the business of sport to 1 million people. Today, we're going to break down the empire, and I mean the empire that Rory McIlroy is building, and we're going to start with a deeper dive into some of those earnings, because Christ, it's a lot of money. In 2022, Rory made more than $20 million. The crazy thing is, he did the exact same in 2023. He makes a lot of money because golf tournaments are extremely lucrative. To give you an idea, there are 4 golf majors, and this is how much each of them paid the winner in 2024. Yeah, if you're good at golf, you can make a lot of money. What's crazy is Rory hasn't won any of these majors since 2014. But I'm going to bring back that graph I showed you earlier. He's still doing all right. And that's because some other tournaments outside of the majors are also very lucrative. Rory plays on the PGA Tour in America and the DP World Tour in Europe. And some of those tournaments on either side of the Atlantic pay a lot of money. The winner's purse for the Players' Championship in 2024 was $4.5 million. Rory won the Players back in 2019. The FedEx Cup also makes the winner a lot of money. The 2024 winner took home $18 million. Rory has won this 3 times. The DP World Tour is similar. The winner of the Race to Dubai wins $3 million. And Rory has won this 6 times, including 2022, 2023, and 2024. Rory hasn't won any majors for a long time, but the man is still one of the greatest golfers to ever have lifted a club. Not only is he good at golf, he's also box office TV. If I learn that Rory is within 3 shots of the lead going into the final day of golf, I'm tuning in and I'm watching it from beginning to end. He wins some and sometimes he misses out, but regardless, it's amazing to watch, and that is massive for sponsors. Nike signed Rory in 2013 for a deal worth reportedly $20 million a year for 10 years. Interestingly, since then, Nike has exited the golf equipment market. So in 2017, they readjusted Rory's deal to become $10 million a year to focus entirely on apparel and footwear. This allowed Rory to take his talents to TaylorMade, which actually is an Adidas company, where he got another $10 million a year deal to use their golf clubs and golf bags. He also has major sponsorships with Omega, FootJoy, Bose, Workday, Oakley, to name just a few. Also, if you're like me, when I was younger, I played Tiger Woods golf on PlayStation all the time. I'd buy it every single year. That was a smash hit, that game, and it ran all the way until 2013. It stopped in 2013, but it came back in 2015 with who on the cover? Rory McIlroy EA Sports Golf was big in 2015. That was a lucrative deal for Rory. The details, or the individual numbers behind each of these sponsorship deals, are hard to pin down. But as you can see, alongside some pretty healthy prize money, Rory makes a lot from sponsors on top. Simply put, he generates a lot of interest, and sponsors and the PGA Tour have noticed. The PGA Tour has had a very interesting last 5 years. In 2020, they started to face some very stiff competition. We'll get back to that later. And as a result, they created the Player Impact Program. What this was a pool of money for every single player on the PGA Tour. They gave money from that pool of funds to every single player on the PGA Tour, ranked by how much awareness they were raising to the game. The total funds available in 2023 was $50 million. And the winner, or the player that raised the most awareness for the PGA Tour, took home $15 million. Who do you think won that $15 million in 2023? So, just to make you aware, we've got healthy prize money. We've got a lot of sponsors, and we've even got things like the Player Impact Program, and Rory is maxing out all of these. I've done previous business empire breakdowns for some of our most prominent athletes in the UK. Sir Lewis Hamilton, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. Rory McIlroy is firmly in this conversation. The Sunday Times Rich List had his net worth in 2023 at £225 million. He's just 35 years old. So what the hell does he invest all of his money in? I write a newsletter, The Business of Sport, brought to your email inbox every Monday at 11 a.m. UK time. Join the thousands of you already receiving that newsletter by clicking the first link in the description below. Now, how is Rory investing all of this money? Rory McIlroy is like a few other elite athletes becoming massive tech investors. He's doing this through both private equity and venture capital. Rory was announced as one of the newest investors in the Alpine F1 team in 2023. Formula One team valuations have skyrocketed since the acquisition of Formula One by Liberty Media, and through his tie-up with Otro Capital, he now has exposure to this through the Alpine F1 team. At the Austin Grand Prix in 2023, he was seen on the track alongside other people involved in this investment, like Anthony Joshua, promoting his investment in the team. I don't know if it's just me, but I find it amazing when athletes are investing in other sports adjacent to them. I love it. That investment through Otro Capital is him working with private equity. He also has his own venture capital fund. Athletes with their own funds are usually elite athletes who are very, very wealthy. It's something reserved for people who make a lot of money. So Rory fits right in. Other athletes on this path include Kevin Durant, Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, Sir Lewis Hamilton. You can see the company we're in right now. Rory is no different and has a venture capital company called Symphony Ventures. He runs it with a few business colleagues, and I'm going to give you a timeline of some of the companies that they've invested in because some of them are really innovative. Golf Genius Software was Rory's first as a lead investor. Their flagship product, GGTMS, is the most widely used golf management software in the world. Rory's an investor. Next came a few: Kaya Health, Patients Like Me, Kin Insurance, and Let's Get Checked. These all follow a similar investment thesis: health tech companies aligned with Rory's sporting background. That's 5 startups already, but this is where it gets interesting. Rory invested £7.2 million or $10 million in Drive Shack's Puttery. Think of Topgolf for those who are familiar, but an American equivalent. In exchange for a £7.2 million investment, Rory receives 10% of every Puttery venue opening in the US, and they plan to open 50 by the end of 2025. That's pretty cool. If you find yourself in a Puttery venue in the US, just know that Rory owns a small slice of the building. Troon came next. The American company, headquartered in Phoenix, owns and leases around 50 golf courses around the world and provides strategic advice to 600 more. Rory is an investor in that business too. As you can see, those two, Puttery and Troon, are very golf-related investments. Other investments included startups like Future, the workout app, Tomorrow Sports, Legacy Next, and TickPick. Rory started Symphony in 2020, and as you can see, he's already got quite a few investments under his belt. Wait, did I just see Tiger Woods there? Yes, it was Tiger Woods, and that's because Tomorrow Sports might be the biggest thing in Rory's empire. Before we get into Tomorrow Sports, it's worth talking about the Rory situation with Live Golf. I mentioned earlier, a few years ago, the PGA Tour started to face stiff competition. Live Golf is the Saudi Arabian equivalent to the PGA Tour. They, backed by the Saudi PIF, have been extremely successful in attracting some PGA Tour players to come and play in their Middle Eastern equivalent. Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, and Dustin Johnson are just 3 very successful, very famous golfers who got paid more than $100 million to leave the PGA Tour and play for Live Golf instead. Jon Rahm recently also got paid more than $300 million to leave the PGA Tour and join Live Golf. When all of this was happening, I was just expecting one day to open my phone to see that Tiger and or Rory had left the PGA Tour to join Live Golf, and I couldn't wait to find out how much it had taken for them to join the Live Golf offering, especially considering the star power that I've just spent the last 5 minutes telling you about. However, him nor Tiger made the move despite some very, very big offers. In fact, not only did they not move, they were vehemently against the Live Golf regime. That is largely because of TGL, the Golf League. The Golf League is a fun and interactive new golf competition which started and launched in January of 2025. It is owned by Tomorrow Sports, Rory McIlroy, and Tiger Woods' company. Picture some of the best golfers in the world playing indoors, into a simulator, mic'd up, heart rate monitors, in front of a crowd full of people. That is TGL, and it might just become the biggest thing in Rory's empire. The league is simple. There are 6 teams competing, and the ownership structure of the league is fascinating. It looks a bit like this. 54% is owned by Tomorrow Sports, a company co-founded by Tiger, Rory, and Mike McCarley, their business partner. 18% is owned by the PGA Tour. Now it's starting to make sense. 18% is reserved for team owners, and 10% is exposed for players playing in the competition too. The 6 teams are a star-studded affair. They have individual names, but they are centered around a location. Team Boston is owned by FSG, Fenway Sports Group. Key player, Rory himself. Team Atlanta is owned by Arthur Blank. He owns the Atlanta Falcons. Key player, Justin Thomas. Team Florida is owned by David Blitzer. He owns the Philadelphia 76ers and Crystal Palace Football Club, amongst a few others. Key player, Tiger Woods. Team LA, owned by Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams, and Venus Williams. That's a family affair, that one. Key player, Colin Morikawa. Team New York is owned by Steve Cohen, key player Xander Schauffele. And Team Oakland, owned by Mark Lazary and Steph Curry, with minority ownership from Draymond Green and Klay Thompson too. Key player, Ludwig Aberg. It's crazy. It's already got a major broadcaster in the US. It's going to be on ESPN primetime. It's already got major sponsors, SoFi being the major sponsor for the league, and the winner or the winning team will pocket $9 million. This is Rory's brainchild. TGL is owned by Tomorrow Sports, one of Rory's companies, and with the PGA owning 18% of the league, you can see why he's such a PGA loyalist and not a live golf detractor. Sports leagues are sprouting up in many forms. The 100 is one in cricket. The Laver Cup is one in tennis. TGL is an innovative, tech-led variant for golf. And with excellent backing, broadcaster already in place, and a slew of corporate sponsors, it's off to a good start. Rory, owning a healthy slice of the league, has excellent potential to capitalize on its growth. The league will take place at the SoFi Arena in Florida, which is perfect because Rory has a massive crib there. As you probably expect, Rory has a ridiculous real estate empire. He owns a massive home in Florida, which he bought off legendary golfer Ernie Els for $11 million. That house, after some home improvements, is now worth more than $25 million. Switching coasts, he also has a wild place in La Quinta in California. He still owns that place. It was bought for $12 million in 2019. That's just in the States though. I mentioned to you, he plays on the European tour too. Not only does he have a place on the Palm in Dubai, he also owns a sprawling estate in his hometown. The estate lives on 200 acres of land in the County Downs region of his home country. As you can imagine, he also has a lot of cars too. The most impressive thing about Rory is how he's already deploying his capital at such a young age. At the time of recording this video, he's 35. The tech investments are particularly shrewd. They're aligned with his game, his image, and his brand. TGL has excellent backing with a lot of celebrities to help it grow from a marketing perspective and will inevitably grow over time. Rory being Rory, he will always have access to private equity opportunities too. I'm sure of that. The scary thing with golf though is that you can make money for a long time. In my previous videos with people like Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or Sir Lewis Hamilton, they have a career window. Once you get to the mid-30s, or in Sir Lewis Hamilton's case, in the early 40s, your maximum earning potential window starts to close a little bit. With golf, Rory can play until he's 50. He might not be as good at 50 as he is now, but with all the interest that Rory drives, he will be a hit for sponsors no matter how long he plays for. The visibility that he has will be such a strong edge for him in attracting new investments and also getting access to more in the future. It's an incredible story from the man from Northern Ireland. It's golf, so maybe it doesn't get the kudos it deserves in the public domains, but that's why I built this platform, to tell these incredible stories. I'm Jordan. If you want to see Anthony Joshua's business empire, click right here. If you want to see Sir Lewis Hamilton's, click here. Also, if there's an athlete that you want me to do this for that I haven't done already, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.